broadcasting live from our studio in Appleton, Wisconsin. You're tuned into Fox Cities Core on WCZR Code Zero Radio. We're the show that gives you an opportunity to call in and be a part of the show. Our call-in line is 920-358-0795. Core. Tell me a little bit about your background in music. When did you start? What projects did you start in? And what are you bring me up to the current?
Okay, so I waited until I was 27 before I started music because I didn't want to die.
The 27 Club.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, I'm good. And
you didn't play any instruments before that?
I when I was in maybe 6th grade, I played a year of saxophone, and then I did a year or two of guitar where I learned the shapes, But then I just didn't really play music. I was really a lot more into video stuff. I like to do acting and writing and stuff, and the video work. So I did that when I was a kid. And then I joke about the 27th, but yeah, I was living out in Oregon, and I come from a family where we don't really project our voice. We kind of quiet our voices, and everybody's always like, huh? And I was like, all right, this is stupid. I'm going to learn how to project my voice. So I took vocal lessons, and then I liked it. And I'm like, oh, I kind of like singing, blah, blah, blah. Then I was like, okay, well, I got to, play with the guitar. And then it kind of just developed from there, did an open mic, got booked. And then all of a sudden I'm starting to write songs. And now I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to try to be a musician now. So it wasn't really ever there was never a really much intention behind it until it just kind of, maybe I was 30. I was like, all right, I'm going to try to do this.
And then, so that was at that point you were doing solo work, singer-songwriter stuff?
Oh yeah, when I was living out in Oregon, I would, if you want to call it singer-songwriter or something, I would play in my sister's garage obnoxiously, But then I started doing Salmon Run because I wasn't very good at guitar, and my friend Ryan, he would play guitar and I'd sing, and then slowly I started to learn how to play guitar, and now I'm doing mainly solo stuff. So
Salmon Run is that still going?
Nope, the salmon swam upstream and respawned.
So I saw on your Facebook page you recently had been at Rock Garden Studio.
Yep.
Tell me about that.
So I do the solo stuff, and then I try to every once in a while I get a band together for a show here or show there. That's called the New Isiah and the New People, but that's I just recorded 7 songs with a bunch of guys from the Tunes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited. Woody and Adam and John all did a bunch of work on it, so it's almost done. And we were just doing some backup vocals in the studio the other night.
That's a powerhouse group. Those guys are really good at what they do.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was cool to see them in the studio just kind of figuring out what they're all going to do, and it was pretty awesome.
So
working with
being
them.
a guitar player, it's pretty mind-blowing to watch Woody play some of the stuff that he can play.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So all 3 of those guys played on your project?
Yep.
Nice. And how did they take direction from you for the songs?
Oh, great. Yeah. Yeah, it's wonderful. I'm really excited about it. Yeah.
So did you present them with the basis of the song, and then they just added whatever they thought the song needed, or did you kind of tell them what you wanted as far as what you wanted them to play in the song?
Yeah, so I just did a bunch of demo tracks with my acoustic guitar and vocals, and I sent it to them, and they kind of workshopped it right on the spot there, and kind of did their own little thing. We, if there's certain things we would discuss here and there, but yeah, it was pretty much, everybody kind of made it their own, but we all came together, for common vision. So
what's your opinion on Rock Garden Studio, and what's your thoughts on Mark getting out of the recording side?
I don't know. Maybe now he's got an excuse to go to London. So I think it's it's just going to be a different chapter, and it's kind of, obviously there's the sentimental side to it and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm excited for him. I think he's going to find a whole new creative outlet with the video production. So I think it'd be good.
So was Mark engineering the session you did there with the tunes?
Yep.
Did Mark have any input? Sometimes it seems like Mark will have input, and other times he just kind of works the board and doesn't really say too much. How was he in your session?
Yeah, that's what I like about Mark, because he definitely wants to let, the artist make it their own. But I also like Mark because he's not going to bullshit you, or it's like if you ask him and he doesn't like something, he's going to tell you straight up. He's just like, no, it sounds like shit or something, But
Did he have any criticism of anything that you were recording?
Probably just because I couldn't, stick to the click track because I'm used to playing by myself, and then, all of a sudden I got to be to that click, So that's probably his.
Well, Adam Hatton probably laid the drums down before the guitar, right? So was the click still in the mix then when?
It was just like some of them kind of they start with the guitar, and then I ended up coming back through and re-recording and stuff like that.
Okay, so you guys doing the actual recording did it live as much as you could, and then came back and redid.
Yep.
So how long were you in the studio? And how many songs did you get done?
So we did 7 songs within 2 sessions that were like 3 hours long each. So 6 hours, 7 songs.
And then when do you plan on releasing this?
I don't know. I've been thinking about that. I think maybe August or September or something like that. But I kind of want to do a video for each one because it goes in order, and there's a story kind of that I want to tell with it. So I'm not really sure. I think I'm going to do CDs and just kind of sell them locally, and then use that to kind of pay for some of the video production. And then I'll probably do like more of a larger launch, I guess, online in a few more months.
Now, you said you're interested in video, so are you going to be doing most of the video work yourself?
I think I will be, but yeah, I'm not really sure. I want to talk to Mark and see, what his ideas are about all that stuff. But I know I will be doing a lot of it for sure. But then there's some stuff where it's just I don't know the technical, how to do all that crazy stuff, but the basic filming and writing and all that stuff.
Do you feel it's harder now to get a song out there for people to spend the 3 to 4 minutes to listen to it?
It's I don't know, because like I didn't grow up, like I came into the scene like after COVID. And everybody like has like this pre-COVID and all this, experience. So I don't really have anything to compare it to. It's always just been kind of a pain in the ass to get it out. That's just what I feel,
Yeah, I mean, you've probably heard it before. Like it seems like once COVID hit, people got comfortable not really going out as much as they did, and not as like aggressively looking for music.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The video thing is good, and we had a conversation earlier about video and if it was worth doing video. I think it is, because video seems to be a good way to get somebody to actually listen to a song, versus if it's on a playlist or Spotify or whatever, a lot of people's attention span is like 3 seconds, next.
Yep.
But a video, if you want to see what's going on, or if it's interesting, you might listen to the whole song actually.
Yeah, for sure. It gives you a chance to tell a story a little bit differently too. I feel I guess that's how I feel.
Well, when you're writing your music, are you writing songs that are like personable, deep meaning songs, or are you using an outside kind of lens?
I would say almost everything's from personal experience, and very rarely is there anything that's like some kind of third person sort of thing. Or it's pretty much all personal experience.
And how's your writing different from Salmon Run to what you're doing now?
I think it's less angry, but also, also Salmon Run was like this folk duo, so it's kind of like this weird. I feel like there was kind of like a weird, like I had like a certain anger and energy that needed to be released, and like you can't let that out in like a little folk duel. You know what I mean? Like I kind of like needed more like room to kind of just, I don't know if that's not really, that really doesn't even make any sense.
Well, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, so how many shows do you think you played with Salmon Run?
I don't know, maybe 40. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Any stick out as memorable?
Oh God, yeah. We were up in north of Eau Claire, and it was like in the boonies, and we rolled in, and it was it was kind of quite the day because we already like locked our keys in the truck and had like batteries die and stuff like that. But we get up to Eau Claire and we're in this like mobile park, and this lady comes yelling at us about where we're parking. She's like, "Don't park by that," whatever. But we ended up making friends with her and we invited her to our show. But apparently she's like banned from the bar that we invite her. So we got off to the wrong foot right away with the bar. But they were more of like into like 50 Cent and that kind of music. And then like we showed up and everybody in the bar was like, "Who the fuck are they?" Or sorry, they're like, "Who the heck?"
It's early.
They're like, "Who the heck are these guys? You know, get these guys out of here." And we could tell right away. We're like, "Yeah, they don't want us here. Like this isn't their jam. This acoustic dude." They're like, you know, they want us to leave. We want to leave. Like, should we just leave? You know. So now I was like, all right, I'm just gonna try. You know, I'm just gonna try this trick here. Maybe this one will resonate. And I have this like real. It's a comedy song, but it's like, you know, it's pretty. I don't know. It's pretty crude, and but like the chorus is "fuck off," and they couldn't hear, you know, the intention behind it, so they all thought on the other side of the bar that I was telling them to go fuck off. And then all of a sudden the entire bar turned on me, and I was like, "Oh shit, this isn't good." So yeah.
So then were you trying to backtrack? And
I was trying to just get out of there. Yeah.
Aaron said that videos can 100% help get the message across, and I agree with you, Aaron. I do, and yeah. As far as like the videos go, is there anything besides playing shows and making videos to promote anything nowadays? Like what are some of the other ideas that you think you might pursue to promote new tracks?
I actually love promotion offline. I go door to door, and I like when I go play a show in Madison, I'll print off a bunch of flyers and I'll go door to door and say, "Hey, I'm playing next door," and I just meet people. Maybe some people will come, but at least I might hand out like 50 flyers, and it's 50 new people that might, you know, maybe look at my music or something, even, you know, if they don't come to the show. So and then you also make like a genuine personal connection with all these people. You get to chat with them, talk about their business and stuff like that. You know, I don't go to like a Walgreens necessarily, you know, I'll go to like a mom and pop store or some, you know, I mean, there's just so many different ways to, I enjoy it though. I think it's fun.
Well, Erin said that, she loves posters and flyers, and I agree. Like I think I used to go when they had the exclusive company in Appleton. As soon as the show was over, I would take some of the old flyers and posters off of their bulletin board that they had in the entryway, and then, you know, hang them in the basement. And I think that's cool. Like the fact that you're going door to door, it's almost like you are promoting your small business in a way, because that's what really a band or the musician is doing. You've got a product, and you want people to come to the show, so it makes perfect sense. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Have you played with any of your projects, any of the festivals? Yeah, did a couple years, did Mile, and then I do a festival myself. But that's about it. I haven't really done too many full band shows. Like I would say less than like a dozen. But I definitely love playing with a band versus solo. It's just more like easier to make it work solo. But, so tell me about your festival. So that's the Cedars Festival. That takes place in Little Chute, September 12th and 13th. I built like a venue. I live on a house that's like one of the first homes built in Little Chute. It was like abandoned and stuff, and like it was kind of like a teardown. But I moved in. I bought it for like $29,000, and just like over the course of like the last 5 years, I slowly like built it into this venue. I built like a few terraces and stuff like that, and so it's just real chill spot, garden, and overlooks the river. And then I have a 2-day festival. I do like a songwriter showcase once a month there too, the last Wednesday of every month. But this year, I'm pretty excited. It should be a pretty good lineup. I've announced Friday, it's Feed the Dog, Joseph Huber, Lou Shields, and Valley Fox are playing Friday. That's a good lineup. Yep. And then Saturday, I have one more I have to kind of finalize, and I have to like, you know, with the contracts, I got to wait a little bit before I can announce the Saturday lineup. So Valley Fox was featured in the Mile of Music, PBS Mile of Music. Oh, cool. Film that just came out. And nice. Yeah, they're really tight harmonies, and yeah, for sure. And of course, Feed the Dog, you know, great band. So yeah, that's how did you pick out the bands that were going to play the festival?
I went to the winter festival and I was like, I'm just going to invite the same bands.
So did you just approach them at the festival, or did you email them after?
I emailed them, yeah. But yeah, no, I was like, oh, this would be fun. I could tell like there's like a certain group of people that enjoy those bands. I've kind of noticed that, like, because I feel like I'm kind of like this outsider coming into something that's already like kind of established, you know. And there's like so many different people in the music scene, but there's like little pockets of people with different personalities and stuff like that, and you can just tell there's kind of that bluegrass crowd they're really fun. They love festivals, and I'm like, yeah, this would be a fun crowd to have at the Cedars Festival.
Talking to people, like it seems like bluegrass is getting more popular. I don't know what you're on the inside, so I don't know what your opinion is. Do you see the crowds growing for bluegrass from compared to what the crowds were?
I don't know. I'm not too sure. I wouldn't be able to like really give you an answer. I don't really know, but I know as a kid, like "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" and that kind of music really got me into music and stuff. You know, it's like one of those early films that stood out. I think a lot of people kind of like for that style of music, it like brought it back. It was like a revival in a sense. That "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" and whatever. Yeah,
that was a good movie and a really good soundtrack.
Yeah.
What was your it's getting early. I apologize. What was your Mile of Music experience like?
Oh, that was wonderful. Yeah, they treat all the artists really well, and then it's just awesome to, I don't know, it's just like so much commotion, and you know what I mean, and you just, I don't know, it's just a lot of fun.
So how did you spend your time at the festival? Were you networking or just trying to, you know, do your show and then relax a little bit?
Yeah, well, no, I mean, I played, last year I played kind of like Thursday and Friday or something, so I was done pretty early, and then it was awesome, you know, just go hang out with other musicians and go check out a bunch of other bands playing, and yeah, it's great time.
Did you get to play the bus?
I played the bus too, yeah.
Was it the moving bus or the stationary bus?
It was stationary, yeah. Yeah.
Still probably fun though.
Oh yeah. Totally different atmosphere, yeah.
And then any chance you'll be playing Mile this year?
I'm not playing this year, no.
Okay. But you've got the fest coming up in September.
Yep.
Any bands that you met at Mile of Music that blew you away?
I'm not good at remembering those kinds of names, but there's so many, you know, just you always go down there and it's just like there's always that experience that, you know, where it's just like, man, that was awesome. There's so many. I don't remember the names off the top of my head or anything though.
And like, so the festival you're doing in September is right around Oktoberfest?
Yeah, September 12th and 13th.
I don't remember when Oktoberfest was.
I don't know. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping a couple more weeks later.
Do you always have your festival the same weekend every year?
Pretty close, yeah. Sometime in mid-September. I don't want to do it. I accidentally did it during Irish. Well, I shouldn't say accidentally, but just kind of the way it worked out last year was during Irish Fest. But I don't want to do it, you know, during that.
Well, the weather was really nice last year for Irish Fest.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking up to see when Oktoberfest is this year. It is, got it right here. I just can't see when the date is. It's September 27th. So you're safe.
Okay, good. Yeah.
So how many years have you done this festival?
This will be year number 4.
Oh, that's good. You've been doing it for quite a while.
Yeah.
Who are some of the alumni from previous festivals?
Charlie Parr played at the first one. That was really cool. And then Tay and Genevieve Hayward, Michael Grabner, Kurt Gunn, the Kurt Gunn Band, Natural Satellite. Yeah, there's been a bunch of.
Those are all some really, really good.
Billy Bronstead. Yeah, there's been some really, and so, you know, it's in Little Chute too. So people are so funny, like, you know, like, oh, it's got to go all the way to Appleton. It's like, it's only a 5-minute drive or whatever. But the people in Little Chute, they're not necessarily exposed to the scene, and they're blown away. You know, Natural Satellite played, and I'm like, yeah, these guys are like live in Menasha. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, there's like, you have no, like, people, you know, have no idea how much talent there is, like, right here in this, you know, Fox Valley region. There's so many good musicians.
So can people buy tickets for this early in advance,
Yep.
or how do you
Yep.
get admission to this?
Yep, you can go on the website, thecedarsproject.com.
And tickets are already available. If
Yep.
that's awesome.
Yep.
So I'm looking at your Facebook page now, and do you have a musician page as well, or is it?
That's it.
It's the
that's
personal
just
page.
that. Yeah.
So you've got on here Songwriter Showcase coming up on June 25th. What's that all about?
Yeah, so once a month, do like 4 to 6 musicians will play like 3 songs or so each, and just kind of rotate through, and then we just kind of have a little bit of an open jam afterwards. And the last 2 times it's been completely packed because we had to go into I have like this little garage area.
So it's not only the festival, you're doing stuff year round.
Yeah.
You're booking stuff and making things happen year round.
Yep.
How could somebody I know that Aaron has been commenting on a lot of these interviews today. If Aaron wanted to get involved, would somebody just have to reach out to you to get?
Oh yeah, just send me a message. Yeah. And it's pretty easy to know where I live now too, so you could just show up at my door.
Aaron said there's an Isiah recording in the archives from Fox River House in 2022. Oh, Eric said that. Eric from Fox Cities Live. So Eric Herm from Fox Cities Live and Todd Van Hammond, of course, they are all over the place. They have a massive library of live shows. So Eric is just saying that he's got a recording of you in the archive from Fox River House in 2022.
Oh, cool.
So that's probably something you didn't know existed.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So that'd probably be a little weird. Do you like listening back to old shows?
For different reasons.
So for if Herm put this show in your hand and you listen to it,
I'd probably turn it off within a few seconds. but it's good to see because I think it's cool. I like listening. I get what I need out of it, where it's like, okay, I've improved. I think that's cool to look back that way. But it's kind of nauseating sometimes to be like, oh man, now I know why everyone was saying that about this and that. But yeah, no.
Well, Eric, if you're watching still, I'm sure you are, send Isiah the track if if you can. But yeah, Fox Cities Live. If you're not following them on Facebook, great resource to
we'll check
to
that
follow.
out.
And that's actually, I wouldn't be surprised if Eric or Todd also show up at your festival in September.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But how do you feel about people taping shows?
Oh, I think that's great. Why not? It's if people want to help promote it, go for it.
There's, I just have to say, Aaron said that Eric and Aaron, worst 2-person comment section for names. I agree. Okay, so any bands that you haven't had at the festival yet that are on your wish list?
If I could bring Prince back from the dead. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. There's some, I like a lot of different kind of music, and there's this one band that I thought would be kind of cool called Daka Braka, and they're like a Ukrainian band. They do a bunch of weird noises and stuff like that. I'm like, this would be really interesting and be kind of something unique, but nothing in particular. It's just kind of whatever that year brings, who's available and if I get the money, pretty much.
So what do you do outside of music?
My parents have been wondering that. No, I do a bunch of different stuff, but I do a lot of like
music can't be your only passion.
No, well, the festival is like I love doing the Cedars project. I wake up every day I love doing that, and I do that till I go to sleep at night. But then I do a lot of construction stuff, residential construction, stuff like that.
Hermes just killing me with all these great photos he's sending.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
So have you seen that one, Isiah?
No.
So again, that's what Fox Cities Live, they've got an archive where we had both Eric and Todd here today, but Those guys are definitely creating an archive of the local music scene.
That's cool.
So, yeah. So the festival, the wish list. I think that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
You're probably regretting coming here this early in the morning. It's like,
I forgot. We should probably get this on ice.
Uh-oh.
I got you a gift.
What is it?
A little rotisserie chicken. Pick me up. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you can have it to yourself or you can share. You just can't sell it.
Too funny. Rotisserie chicken. We've got a microwave here, so
Good.
put it in there. Thank you.
Forgot the gravy. Sorry.
Too kind. So other people in the area that might have heard of Salmon Run that haven't, seen you solo yet, they can expect songwriting that similar to Salmon Run, but not exactly.
Yeah, it's similar.
Obviously, I have the voice there, and the stuff you're doing with the tunes is probably going to be a little different just because of the different players that are playing with you, but the voice is still going to be there. The songwriting is still going to be there.
Yeah, I feel like really good about what we did in the studio the last, couple sessions, and the way those guys play. I feel like they everything like matched and came together. Where it's like I feel like it was like a very cohesive. Where I felt like everything kind of before this, like it just didn't feel as cohesive. It just kind of was like some things are kind of just sticking out weird. Yeah, I don't know if that's a really good explanation, but this work, I'm like, this feels like it's like a song. It's together. Everything's together with it. Yeah, I'm not really sure if that made any sense either.
It did, and I'm looking forward to hearing it. We had a message from Aaron. It said, you might like Soft and Dumb from Chicago. I think they changed the name to Star Charm now, but they're fairly small and absolutely incredible live.
Oh, cool.
She also recommended Social Sig, and trying to read all these comments. Aaron said, fun fact, at a local anime con, there was a panel where someone ate a whole rotisserie chicken. I don't think that would be hard to do, but
and the bones, because I've seen somebody do that.
Yeah, that would be hard. But I think like eating a whole rotisserie chicken wouldn't be hard. It would just, if you were doing it in front of a panel, that might be. I think that's what she's actually referring to. But so where can people go to find out more about your musical projects?
I thought you were gonna say, where can people go to get some more chicken? We're actually gonna get a word from our sponsor here. Sorry, what was the question?
Where can people go to find out? Like, do you have a website with it?
Oh yeah, Isiah and the New People is the website. I spell my name with just one A.
So Isiah and the New People, that's the current band project. That's what you were in Rock Garden Studios doing.
Yep.
And of course, the Salmon Run stuff is still up on Spotify.
I think it is, yeah. But yeah, that hasn't happened for a few years now.
It's weird how fast time goes because I didn't know the band was like no longer, but I saw a post earlier today from a band that said, it was 4 years ago that this came on. I thought, that's 4 years ago already? Like, it's just crazy how fast.
Yeah, right? But, absolutely.
And Aaron said, I don't know if they ate the bones, but someone also ate a whole, like, candied onion. No thanks. Okay, so we've got the website for the new band. Anything else coming up that you want to plug?
I think I covered everything. Band, festival, showcase. I think that's it. Yeah.